Manchester United 2, Man City 0, but that does not tell the whole story. Michael Carrick absolutely dunked on and demolished Pep Guardiola's Manchester City side. Manchester City will be so relieved the scoreline is only 2-0 because they got pulled apart. This is a Manchester City side with the best attack in the league: Foden, Cherki, Semenyo, Dorgu, Haaland, and they did not have one shot on target versus Manchester United in the second half. Do you know how nuts that is? Manchester United have 2 clean sheets in 23 games before today's game. They've got a clean sheet versus the best attack in the league this season, and all those attacking players and not one shot on target. We can talk about the fact that Michael Carrick coached a 7-0 win, but can we just talk about the defensive performance from Man United? Lisandro Martinez was getting slandered before the game by ex-pros, and Haaland got hooked off. Pep Guardiola had his pants pulled down today. I had a mate that's a Man City fan, and he texted me like, "You guys probably should have won that 5-0. I'm relieved it's 2-0. Pep Guardiola had his pants pulled down. I think that is one of the best performances I've seen from Manchester United, not in the last few years, in the last decade. That is one of the best performances I've seen from Manchester United since Sir Alex Ferguson has left. Defensively, the fact that they did not have one shot on target. Half their chances, Man City, came from Dalot giving the ball to them. You know what I mean? Like, Dalot was probably their best player, and Dalot, I have to say, Dalot was frustrating me, but got to give him credit. I know he probably should have been sent off, but on a yellow card versus Dorgu for 80 minutes, defensively, it's just he was doing them hospital passes, but Ahmad hit the post. Casemiro should have scored. Donnarumma was doing that. You know when I remember the game when we played Arsenal, and then AFTV was saying after David De Gea could have saved the Titanic. Donnarumma was having one of those games. I tell you what, the Casemiro chance. Maguire hits the bar. Ahmad hits the post. Casemiro chance. 3 offsides. I think that the Mount goal was onside because Mount was behind the ball. When Cunha passed the ball, I'm pretty sure Mount was behind the ball. So they haven't showed that. Maybe that was me. But Donnarumma made another amazing save on Ahmad. This, for me, was a 3-0 win. This, for me, was a 4-5-0 win. And defensively, we have been atrocious defensively. We have been absolutely atrocious. We've been rammed through defensively. We kept a clean sheet. 1 clean sheet and 1 game for Michael Carrick. We kept a clean sheet against the best attacking team in the league. A team that scored 10 past Exeter. A team that beat Newcastle, a very good side, 2-0 midweek. I cannot remember the last time I saw Pep Guardiola get destroyed like this. This wasn't just a 2-0 win versus City. We've had good wins versus City under Ollie. We've had good wins versus City under Ten Hag at the FA Cup final. I think this in the FA Cup final against City, nearly 2 years ago, has been 2 of our best performances in a while. But I think this has been, like, just defensively, the fact that they didn't have a shot on target that second half. You've got to give Michael Carrick so much credit. Michael Carrick was spot on today. He's had 3 training sessions with the team, and I think that is the best I've seen us since the cup final. And I think the cup final will be better than that because it was the cup final, so it means more. But we're now, guys, you've got to remember, we're now 4th in the league. Every time we've had an opportunity to go in the top 4, we've dropped points. We've failed to win. Every opportunity we've had to go in the top 4, we're in the top 4 now. We've got Arsenal next. Arsenal have not lost a game at home in a year. I don't think we're going to beat Arsenal, but to take that confidence to Arsenal got a game midweek. Arsenal are going to see what we did versus City. City are lucky. 4 big chances missed to their 0. They had 0 big chances. We had 6. Like, Manchester City are lucky. Michael Carrick has coached one of the best performances I have seen since Sir Alex Ferguson left at Man United. Now, this might be a one-off. I'm not going to get carried away. We might get smoked by Arsenal. But that is one of the best performances I have seen from Manchester United in a long time. And his first game against Manchester City, wow. But we've got to talk about Bruno, and I want to talk about Lisandro Martinez. And I want to talk about Dorgu. Dorgu was impressive. Maguire was impressive. Mbeumo, first start of the season. Ruben Amorim told us that Mbeumo wasn't good enough to start. Well, I'm sorry. Look, that was Mbeumo's first start of the season. I think the last 20 minutes, you could tell he was tired. He ain't played a full 90 this season. But look at Mbeumo. Wow. Look at Bruno in the 10. Wow. Look, we've got Mazraoui to come back from AFCON as well. I just, yeah, look, it could be a one-off, but wow. Like, I want to talk about Lisandro Martinez in a second, but Bruno Fernandes. I generally think Bruno Fernandes, now I've seen him in a 10 role, is the best player in the Premier League. I do. Because I'm like, well, Haaland's gone missing for a few games. Haaland couldn't score against us, and we never keep clean sheets. Foden's ghosted all of a sudden. Van Dijk's been crap this season. Salah's been there this season. Saka ain't scoring as many goals. Palmer can't stay fit. If you're looking best player in the Premier League, you're thinking Declan Rice, Gabriel, Bruno Fernandes, Caicedo maybe. Like right now, the best player in the Premier League might be Bruno Fernandes. It might, like, I think if Man United get top 4, he could win Player of the Season. I think it will go to Gabriel because Arsenal win the league. Because 4 big chances created against City, 6 chances created against City, 4 big chances created against Manchester City. Like, that's not normal, guys. Bruno has 14 goal contributions this season. He's been playing DM for most of the season. Bruno Fernandes has 60 assists since his Premier League debut. Only Salah has more. Like, generally, it's not normal. It's not normal. I don't think right now there's, like, who's better than Bruno? You get Declan Rice, but different position. Gabriel, centre-back. Like, maybe I'm just being biased. I'm going off this one game hype. I actually think, like, Bruno Fernandes could be the best player in the Premier League. I just think he's just shown what he could do in that 10 role against Manchester City. Like, I mean, you could argue Morgan Rogers if you're going off this season. You could argue, but wow, Bruno Fernandes deserves a statue, man. Bruno Fernandes, I don't care, is the most underrated player of this decade. Most underrated player of this decade. If he was at Manchester City, he would already have a statue outside the Etihad. He would have about 5 Premier Leagues to his name. I honestly think people do not realise that we have a world-class generational player. Fans wanted him sold. Maybe that's because Amarin played him as a DM and it was painful seeing Bruno play as a DM at times out of possession. But look how much better today we were out of possession. We played Bruno higher up, so we weren't relying on Bruno to be a defensive midfielder, and we didn't get ran through in midfield. It was just phenomenal. It was just absolutely phenomenal. And we have an absolutely world-class player that we should be trying to keep at all costs. 56 million release clause. Every team in world football, even if he's quite old, will probably be looking at that and thinking, you know what? This guy, if he can do it at Manchester United consistently, is world-class. Like, to be able to do what he does at Manchester, there's one thing being a good player, but many good players come to Man United and we make them look average. The fact that he's gone to Man United and is still a good player, that's when you know that this is a world-class elite level player who is the most underrated player of the decade. I will say that now. I will gas up Bruno, but yeah. Nicky Butt, Paul Scholes. Where is your Lisandro Martinez apology? Where is your Lisandro Martinez apology? Do you know what annoyed me about that? It was Lisandro Martinez pocketed Haaland in the FA Cup final. Did you not watch the FA Cup final? He's had some good games versus Haaland. Erling Haaland got hooked. Erling Haaland got hooked. Martinez was out jumping some of those City players, you know. Erling Haaland got absolutely hooked. Because he was stinking it up. Because Lisandro Martinez bossed him. Lisandro Martinez was unbelievable. He honestly was between him and Bruno for man of the match. The clean sheet. We kept 1 clean sheet in 23 games before today. We come up against Semenyo, Dorgu, Cherki, Foden, Haaland. We keep a clean sheet. Not only that, Lamont didn't have to make a save in the second half. This guy was bossing it. This guy was winning headers. This guy was winning duels. This guy was playing out from the back well. He was absolutely bossing it. I honestly think that is one of the best defensive performances I have seen from Manchester United in a long time. The way that we set up in that compact 4-4-2, out of possession, Michael Carrick got a spot on. Michael Carrick got spot on. Even Pep Guardiola said, congratulations to Man United. They were much better than us. We've got to accept it. Pep wasn't there talking about Delo should be sent off. He just said, you know what, fair play. Pep Guardiola said the better team won. They were the better team. When a team is better, you have to accept it. They had the energy. We didn't. Congrats. And I have to say the players were there. The intensity, the energy, everything was fantastic today. Everything was absolutely phenomenal today. I could go on and I could go on and I could go on. You know me. But man, Kobbie Mainoo's first Premier League start of the season, he was excellent. I think he tired a little bit towards the end because he's not been playing much and, you know, he just needs to get a bit sharpness up. He needs to run a games. But the amount of times that Kobbie Mainoo was passed the ball in such a tight area where, you know, Agate loses the ball there and Kobbie Mainoo just kept it. The little nutmeg on Semenyo. Kobbie Mainoo was excellent. Ruben Amorim was saying, Kobbie this, Kobbie that. Ruben Amorim wanted to sell Kobbie Mainoo for £40 million. We haven't seen the best of Kobbie Mainoo in a while. Don't get me wrong. But this guy, if you cannot see the talent he has, if you cannot see that we are better with him in the starting 11, football's not the sport for you. He was unbelievable today. And Patrick Dorgu, who needs Semenyo, eh? He was unreal today. Do you know what's annoying? He's on my bench. He's on my bench. Cunha is in my FPL team. His second assist was robbed by offside. Dorgu's on my bench in FPL. He's on my bench in FPL. He's going to get mad points. 6 defensive contributions, 10 duels won, 100% long balls. This is Dorgu's best game in a Man United shirt. That was easily Patrick Dorgu's best game in a Man United shirt. And you know what? Arsenal can laugh all they want, but we've got to go to the Emirates and batter them next week. We've got to do what we can to batter Arsenal next week. I tell you that now. Haaland looked exhausted. Haaland looked gone. Manchester United were phenomenal. Man United were absolutely phenomenal. Best performance of the season. I'm so proud of the players. I'm so proud of Michael Carrick. But look, we've got to take this to Arsenal. We've got to take this to Arsenal. Maguire, fantastic. Casemiro did really well. Should have scored. And Mbeumo did well. Ahmad, I thought, did well. We grew into the game. Cunha was fantastic when he came on. Yeah, can't really say much more. Wow.